Ladies and gentlemen, a very exclusive interview right now with the it factor of professional wrestling, none other than former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode. Bobby, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, Bobby, how did you get into wrestling and why?
I was a huge fan growing up. Born and raised in Canada. I'm a
Okay.
sports fan. I was a big hockey fan. So
Okay.
played sports my whole life. I was a big wrestling fan growing up. Saw it on TV every weekend.
Yeah.
And just thought, you know what? I want to take a shot at this. Want to give it a try, and here I am today.
Okay. Bobby Roode, your time and getting into TNA as the member of Team Canada. What do you remember about those times, your best memories about it?
Well, it was a good group, you know. It's how I got my feet wet here. And
your first break.
It's my first break, yeah, right at TNA. So, you know, it was a great experience. It was a lot of great time, you know, being able to tag with P.D. Williams.
Yeah.
And, you know,
So talented.
Yeah, very talented. Showtime Eric Young.
All right.
Johnny Devine. The group was a lot of fun.
Okay. You wrestled on the Canadian independent circuit earlier on, so I don't know if you can tell us the difference between the Canadian independent circuit and the American.
Really not much of a difference, really. I mean, the independent scene is what it is. You know, you go,
Yeah.
you leave your home, you travel for hours on end.
Yeah.
And you go do what
Stuff.
you have to do. Yeah.
All right. Well, the most important thing is to get the experience at that
That's it.
time. Okay. Bobby, now this is a question that I must ask you. Beer Month. I have no doubt about it. It's one of the greatest tag teams in TNA history. What, maybe the greatest, and no doubt one of the best of the past several years in wrestling and in the whole world. What can you tell me about teaming with James? Where did you get the name from in the first place?
The name came, kind of just came out of an interview that we were doing after we tagged for the first time.
Okay.
You know, I think it was James that said the two things in this world, or the two things that make this world go round, are beer and money, and then that kind of just clicked. As far as the tag team experience with James and being a part of Beer Money, it was obviously one of the most successful times in my career.
Okay.
You know, kind of led me down the path to becoming a world champion.
Yes.
And you know, at that time, had a lot of fun memories.
Great. Man, now, with Beer Money, you were tag team champions, but I remember a feud you had with the Motor City Machine Guns. I remember the best of 5 series you guys had, and those were one of the greatest tag team matches in a lot of years, especially now that tag teams are not so highlighted like in the past. Well, what can you tell me about the Machine Guns and those matches, just specifically the best of 5 series?
Well, Machine Guns were very talented, and I think at the time, the tag team division at TNA was at a very high level. So,
Okay.
you know, James and I, as part of Beer Money, were at the time, you know, we were the world tag team champions at
Yeah.
and the Motor City Machine Guns were on quite a roll themselves, and you know, the idea came up to have a best of 5, and you know, we just kind of had such great chemistry together.
Okay.
The matches just
Can you tell me who had the idea of the best of 5 series? Because that's something that is not common now in this era of wrestling.
It was the company, the TNA company.
Okay.
You know, they saw something in both the teams and wanted
The
to.
4 guys.
Yeah, they wanted to kind of show
Okay.
on TV, show the world we were made of.
Okay. Bobby Roode finally becomes the World Heavyweight Champion. You had an amazing run. What about being the World Champion for so long in TNA and carrying the company at that time?
Well, obviously, breaking into the business, you always, you know, dreams of becoming the world champion. Yeah. I had an opportunity to be the world champion, and you know, obviously being able to set a record as the longest reigning world champion in the TNA industry.
Yes.
It was quite an accomplishment on top
Of just being the champion. Yeah.
So, you know, it was a great experience, and you know, I look forward to another opportunity down the road.
All right. Bobby Roode, finally, your feud with Kurt Angle. I remember when you won the Bound for Glory series in 2011, and then you had the match with Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory. What about that match, that night?
It was a match that I was looking forward to for a long time. Obviously, that was my first opportunity to become a world champion on such a big stage. Bound for Glory, and after winning the Bound for Glory series. So, Kurt, in my opinion, is the best wrestler in the world. So, I get an opportunity to step in the ring with the best, really up my game. And, you know, it's something that I'll look back on. It was a game changer for me. You know, losing that match. And, hopefully, you know, down the road, me and Kurt will get another chance at
Working together, maybe. Yeah. All right. Well, Bobby Roode, a pleasure having you here, Planeta Lucha Libre, and thank you very much. Have a great time.
Thank you.
All right.